everyone, Cindy Saddleman here with another exciting edition of the home game. And for the next 2 weeks, yeah, only two, we are doing the N64 game show titles. Why two? Because there are only two. I know it's weird, but there are only two. Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy! So, for this week, we're covering Wheel of Fortune. Next week, we'll cover Jeopardy! And it's also a key moment when it comes to game show video games. For the longest time, the standard bearer was Gametek. And as you see right here, Gametek made the Wheel of Fortune, as noted by the only for Nintendo 64 logo. However, that's not necessarily true because around this time period, there were also Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy for the Sony PlayStation. Now, with that being a property of with that being Sony's console, that would be a given. Now, it's also important because these are the last, to my knowledge, the last two games that Gametek ever produced, ever made. Then the company would just cease to exist. And that's sad because that's one of the longer running B or C tier companies just going away. Now, we would still have game show games made, but they would be made by lesser companies unless they're Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, when those would be made by Sony itself. And we wouldn't get like a proliferation of game show games until the Wii and the Nintendo DS, when a lot of those would be made by Ludia, which was a subsidiary of Ubisoft. And nowadays, we still get game show games, but not often as we'd like. They're out there. You just gotta dig for them. Some are good, some are outright trash. We will talk about some of the outright trash ones later. But for this time around, it's Wheel of Fortune time on the N64. As we see the game here, and we get to hear a little bit of the theme. Actually, I'm going to reset and see if there's any more to this. There's the N64 logo in all of its glory. So this was when they went to the touch board. So this was originally developed in late 97. Didn't get released until like 88, 98 actually. Distributed by Take-Two Software. Take-Two, as we know, made a whole bunch of games. So we'll go on with the show. Hold on. I want to change up the characters and everything, so I kind of screwed up a bit. Yeah, I'm doing this all live. So, in order to change play information, you have to go to this. Controller 1. And then you get to choose your badly done digitized character. Yeah, they're really hard to distinguish because of the compression of the N64. I'll take her. We can set the skill level, easy, average, or hard, go average. The game length, we could do just 3 puzzles, 4 puzzles, 5 puzzles, or a full game. We're going to do a full game. And we're going to start. I think in the PlayStation version you could add your own name, but that got taken out for this. I don't know why.
Let's get started with our first puzzle. Player one, it's your turn.
But we get digitized Vanna White. And she just walks from left to right in that digitized state.
I'd like to buy a vowel. I'd like to buy a vowel. A.
L.
I'll spin. T. I'd like to buy a vowel. I'd like to buy a vowel. E.
In order to toggle how to move the wheel, you do it like this and then let go.
H. I'd like to buy a vowel. I'd like to buy a vowel.
By an O here.
O.
Okay, I know what it is. It's over the top.
I'll spin. B.
And the digitized voices of the letters ain't that great either.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
The sound isn't good either.
Here's our next puzzle. Player two, it's your turn.
But at least we're at the point with game show games, you at least play the full exact game like the show.
F. I'll spin. Sorry, you lost your turn.
At least we get some sweet Vanna White FMVage.
L.
T.
It's the first something.
I'd like to buy a vowel. E.
Miss. Haha, you missed. I think it's the first commandment.
Y.
I'll spin. H. I'd like to buy a vowel. A.
Yep, first commandment.
F. C.
Gotta rack up the score.
D. D. Austin. Austin.
There it is.
M. M. I'd like to solve the puzzle. I'd like to solve the puzzle. Our third round is the jackpot round.
And it actually has the jackpot round, which I'm impressed about.
Player 3, it's your turn.
On.
Like, these games were released exclusively to the US.
Yeah.
Like, you could have done variants in the UK and Australia.
Okay.
Japan, I don't think, had its own Wheel of Fortune.
L.
But I think it would require a lot of programming to make Australia's work.
T. T. I'd like to buy a vowel. I'd like to buy a vowel. I. I. I'll spin. I'll spin. H. H.
So, trust or 30?
I'd like to buy a vowel. I'd like to buy a vowel. You.
Thought I'd get more U's.
N. N. I'd like to buy a vowel. I'd like to buy a vowel. E.
Never trust anyone over 30. That's just bad advice in general.
V. V. I'll spin. I'll spin. Y. Y. I'd like to solve the puzzle. I'd like to solve the puzzle.
I don't get it. I'm over 30. You can trust me, right? Right?
Here's our next puzzle. Player 1, it's your turn.
Aww.
Sorry, you lost your turn.
Well, the $10,000 wedge is still out there, so they can catch up.
N. N.
On.
1,500 still on the wheel. I think that got removed in 99, 2000.
I'll spin.
So we'll see the evolution when we do our next after the N64. Will probably be the PlayStation games.
Yeah. I'd like to buy a vowel. E.
T. T.
famous last words. I've hit bankrupt so many times. I'd like to think they could have done a great job on this, but maybe crunch or no money.
All spin.
Like, it's a good game of Wheel of Fortune, just needs more polish. Or a stronger console. And the N64 is pretty powerful.
Yeah. I'd like to buy a vowel. I'd like to buy a vowel. Hey. I'd like to solve the puzzle. I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Here's our next puzzle. Player 2.
Oh, we're doing 5. And I guess person proper name was a category around this time.
I'll spin. F.
Wow. That stings.
T.
Wait a minute. Is this on the back of the box? No.
L. L. I'd like to buy a vowel. I'd like to buy a vowel. I.
It's something Russell.
I'd like to buy a vowel. E. I'd like to buy a vowel. U. B.
Bertrand Russell?
E. I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Screwed up. Meant to hit the D, but I accidentally hit the E. That's what I get for not paying attention. Yay for screwing up.
Let's play the bonus round. Here is the RSTLN.
I don't get to pick an envelope? Alright, fine.
Now give me 3 consonants and 1
Okay.
vowel.
D M C A, which is something I hope does not happen with my channel. How morbid, it's hemlock. So they reused the graphic for the jackpot.
See you again soon. Bye-bye.
Special thanks to Mr. Squirrel. Special number 42. I like it. As I mute the TV, and we'll switch over to the full screen here. That was fun. I enjoyed it. Wheel of Fortune for the N64 is a very competently done version of Wheel of Fortune. It's just that it incorporates FMV characters, and it is very blurry, not done well, and it makes it look substandard to what the PlayStation did. We'll talk more about that when we get to the PlayStation games, which will be in 2 weeks. And some of the live characteristics of Wheel of Fortune that you see with the contestants and Vanna are also present when we do Jeopardy next week. And I look forward to that. And I just want to thank you everyone for watching. That is the end of another fantastic edition of the home game. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've ever played Wheel of Fortune for the N64 before, leave a comment below. Tell me your thoughts about it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so. And share this video on all the socials, please. We love the engagement. And if you want to help support the channel, help throw a couple of bucks our way, we will put your name in the credits and give you a big shout out on every home game, every weekend video. And those weekend videos, you do get a nice, you do get a day in advance, like the wonderful people that are scrolling down here. And in order to do that, become a Patreon backer at patreon.com/GameShowGumbo. Link in the description. And until next time, thank you for watching, and we will see you again. As Vanna White says, bye-bye.